Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. Nyanbingelela, Nina, you loyal and you loved viewers of Kemi TV, you fellow Kemites, my brothers and sisters, you who are spiritually inclined to search the cosmos, search the internet, search the libraries for spiritual food and spiritual knowledge. Yimi umprofet wenu Shamun. Igedla lamashkrishkri umkhulusader ngithi ngiyazileta phambi kwenu ngithi Hosanna, Hosanna. Guys, I'm thankful. Channel is well on its way to 5,000. After we go over 5,000, I'm cool. The stars are the limit. This channel is not mine. This channel doesn't belong to my brother. This is your channel. This is your own private space. Uguti udle spiritually, to be fed spiritually, so that you not only are eating bread, but as Yeshua said, you are also feeding on spiritual food. Nkosi yami, Bagwetu, we're gonna start activating, or rather not activating, but rather we're gonna have channel membership available. We're still in discussions in terms of how we're gonna structure it, and the benefits of being a member. It might come with free readings, it might come with umuti, you might be able to claim. We're still currently working on it, but when it's done, when it's up, I will let you guys know. And I don't want to go into that. That's my socials. For those of you enfuna ukukhanyisa engilosini esiphakeme, for those of you that just want to support inkonzo yasenyakatho ukuthi ikhule ukuthi iyakheke, for those of you that want to thank me for the work that I put in to put out these free videos, you can use this bank account. You can send whatever contributions, or you can send whatever ukhanyisa you want to send through. For those of you that prefer to pay directly for your products, for imithi yenu, for iwasho zenu, for dream interpretations, for consultations, this is the account number you use, FNB account. Ngicela ukuthi if ubhadalile, text me and let me know what you were paying for. I don't want unsolicited payments. Engazazi ukuthi siphuma kuphi. Please contact me. I appreciate whatever donations you guys give. It helps me grow this work. It helps me expand even further, so that I can continue spreading spiritual knowledge. Ezinceku ezisigqila ithi ngingadinqa amagula, ithi ngingaloku ngiyale ngigeqa amagula ngacedi. Guys, these are my socials, ne? Follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Mkhulusader akatholakali kwenye indawo. There is no Mkhulusader Facebook. There is no Mkhulusader Instagram. There is no Mkhulusader TikTok. Mkhulusader purely operates through the Kemi TV channels. And there you will see ukuthi yimi engipostayo by the type of content I'll be putting up. I-content enengqondo. Makhosi, without ugeqa amagula bakwethu, today we're asking a question esemqoka. Semqoka lo mbuzo semqoka ngenxa yokuthi kuneyinkulumo ukuthi us being colonized assisted us. Us being invaded, sithathela umhlaba, assisted us. Them taking our land assisted us. Khona manje we have all this technology, we have a government system, we have bricklaying, we have houses, we have architecture. Awungitsheli lokho. We need ukuthi siyidingide le ndaba, sicacise ukuthi what if Africa was never colonized? The spiritual world that we lost. Salahlekela okuningi nina eningacabanga ukuthi salahlekela yikho due to being colonized. How far would we be should we never have been invaded as Africa, united, without borders? Where would we have taken our spiritual technology, our ancient ancestral wisdom, our understanding of the earth? We were not barbarians. In each and every country there will be savages. In each and every continent there will be savages. It's human nature ukuthi they are fools within society. But it doesn't mean if you see one tribe that is archaic in their practices, it means ukuthi nathi would still be archaic. Because we had pioneers who were pursuing higher knowledge, people that were not thinking from the reptilian brain, but were thinking from their neocortex, from their higher self. Where would we be? Have you ever wondered what Africa would look like had it never been colonized? Not just politically, not just economically, but spiritually, where would we be? Had they not brought us bonke labonkulunkulu ngeyikephe? Had they not brought us all these false gods, babaleta lagit, how far would we have progressed with our spirituality and spiritual technology? Today, I want us to look at the journey of the lost future of Africa, the lost future of African spirituality, the knowledge, the power, and the sacred systems which were tainted, which were interrupted in their own natural evolution. But we can still reclaim them. You're sitting there at home and you're probably thinking, "Ngabe sigibela amahashi, we'd be staying in huts." Cha. Ngokwami mina as umCrusader, I firmly believe had we never been colonized, Africa would probably be a booming spiritually and technologically advanced continent. Self-sustaining and full of love. Not in this corrupted fiat money-based system that has no love and has breeded crime and poverty. Emakhosini. Now, preserved indigenous spiritual systems across Africa, by which every tribe held complex spiritual technologies. From the Dogon's tribe, I think we mentioned it in the previous episode, the Dogon's star maps to the Zulu sky visitors, isn't esikhulumile ngazo, to the Neteru of Kem. Africa held complex spiritual technologies, understanding of how technology interacts with spirituality. Not technology that is void of spirituality, but one that is interlinked and interconnected to spirituality. Colonization disrupted these systems, but without it, we would have had an uninterrupted evolution of our African spirituality. Who knows where we could have taken our sciences, our alchemy. There will be people at home that will say, "Cha mkhulu, there is no such thing." You must remember that the winner of the war writes history. It's his story. And so the history we are being given, being portrayed as a slave race, as an archaic caveman slave race, as tribes that were not intelligent, being told ukuthi cha, we probably would be still staying in caves. That's all just inganekwane. They've taken a bit of truth and they've mixed in a lot of lies in order for you to have the mindset of which you are inferior to each and every other race. We are the children of the sun, Hosanna, walking melanated gods. I believe personally, had we not been interrupted in our spiritual and our natural evolution, we would have had advanced initiations connecting us to much, much more intelligent beings than we are cognizant we could be in connection with. Our healing systems would have advanced. We would have tapped into spiritual energy healing, and our universal consciousness, who knows where it would have taken us. Our ancestral understanding of the earth, how to interact with the earth. Before we got colonized, there was no such thing as a homeless person or a hobo or umuntu olambayo. So uyabona ukuthi what they claiming they brought here, which helped us to progress, kahle kahle, it was a blessing with a small blessing but many curses. Angisoli futhi ngizoyisho nje kanjalo. We would have been a unified continent. We would have been a unified continent with spiritual nations, with spiritual leaders who understand that a leader is not appointed by the people only, but is divinely appointed by those that sit in the high heavens. EmaZulwini isikhombisa Hosanna. He is a minister, isicila. Not laba manje abagijimayo abaloku badlana nemali bangaqedi, bangalungisi izinto, balungisa half, kodwa the country is deteriorating. We would have had a united continent, unified continent of spiritual nations, without imposed borders, without division. We may have seen African nations united by spiritual cosmology, a Pan-African alliance rooted in nature. The same way that we learn lessons of how the ants work together, the bees work together, they are unified. There is no separation, there is only oneness. And in that teamwork, the dream works. We would have been able to teach such lessons not only at school level to children, but we would have been able to implement such natural, spiritual wisdom into how we run governments, into how we run leadership roles, into how we appoint leaders, into how leaders are removed if they fail to serve their purpose. But it didn't happen. Imagine entire countries, Bagwich. Imagine entire countries where we have not only leaders, but we have spiritual political leaders. We have spiritual advisors. We have doctors in medicine that not only specialize in natural, unaltered herbs, but they have a deep understanding of how to integrate that with spirituality. Rituals guided by state decisions. Annual celebrations as an African continent. Ayi boma Christmas. Ayi boma Easter. Ayi boma Ramadan. But specific ceremonies and rituals and holidays which we could oversee and which we could celebrate as Africa, as Al-Kebulan. Please note, Tuguti, Africa is just a word that we were given by it. It's inconsequential. The name of our continent, this beautiful garden we live in, is Al-Kebulan. We are Al-Kebulanians. Al-Kebulanians. Al-Kebulans. But we are people of Al-Kebulan. It must be spread. We must embrace our ancient identity as gods that are children of the sun. Nkosi yami. The evolution of ancient calendars and time science. I mean, this goes back to a simple thing, knowing ukuthi ngicacise nje, the African New Year is in September. The African New Year is in September. The African months do not fall in line with the original Al-Kebulan months, the way we counted seasons, the way we looked at months and times and days, is not compatible with what we call the Gregorian calendar, which was given to us by the Roman Empire. Kodwa angifuni ukuphakamela umoya, yinto nje engeke ngikhulume ngayo leyo. Masindlulele phambili. Our ancestors had deep knowledge of time cycles. They understood, hayi ukuthi we lived day to day, singazi ukuthi yiliphi ilanga. We had our own way, but when we were colonized, when they took over, they destroyed all our history. Sasala ngento bona basinike yona, futhi that doesn't balance. Hence why they need a leap year to balance the years. Because the way it was calculated, the Gregorian calendar is faulty. Ne-New Year yabo ayibhalile. Our ancestors had deep knowledge of time cycles, some older than the Gregorian calendar. So without colonization, Africa would have preserved those systems. Those sacred systems would have evolved. They would have guided our rituals. Our rituals would have been based on a pure calendar that is cosmologically accurate, based on celestial movements of the sun and the moon. Our current calendar is faulty. If you want to know, but if you want to know, those of you that know. But if you want to know, please type in African calendar and type in flaws with the Gregorian calendar. Uzobona ukuthi the way that the Gregorian calendar counts time and so forth is very flawed. Yeah, but they got it from Babylon, which they came up with the 365 days, 60 seconds in a minute, blah, 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 blah. Kotwa, we had our own. And these would have guided our rituals. These would have guided our harvests. These would have guided our births. These would have guided us into years which are preordained by the cosmos for spiritual awakening. But we have been disabled by izinto ekungeseyizethu. And asilwi, that's how meek we are as Africa. Siyavuma nje. Thiwa January siyavuma. Asifuni ukuthi no thina siyibiza lokhu. Ama-China namaNdiya, everybody has their own that they held on to. Ukuthi no, this is our New Year, pure New Year. Kodwa thina Africa we accept because we that meek. So let there be a revolution, a spiritual revolution, an accepting of our ancestral codes, our ancestral blood. Singayi ngento esingayazi. Nkosi yami. Cosmic and interdimensional knowledge. How far would we be? Many African cultures have spoken of star beings, portals, and life beyond Earth. You'll see in the previous episode, I covered a bit of this regarding the Dogon tribe, Amazulu, the Nefet of Cam. So we have knowledge of Wuti. There are portals in the stars. I'm still going to go deep in terms of what are the stars in the sky, the stargates. Where do they take you? Do they take you to planets, or are they portals going into other worlds? Because people are not ready. Colonization erased this for us. It erased it and it replaced it with fear-based narratives that do not serve us and that are not in our best interest. Without interference, South Africa might have been a leading global resources. In fact, Africa might have been a leading global resources provider. We might have even been a superpower had we not been colonized. We might have had such intricate interdimensional knowledge about beings on the other side, about how consciousness works, about time travel, and about spiritual technology, that we would have been a revered continent of beings that are highly enlightened, but also are grounded and connected to Mother Earth. What we were colonized and we were stripped and we were given an identity of a slave archaic race. And we've assumed it in Kosiam. We have behaved just like what they have called us. But the time for awakening has come. Ningadedeli emuva, because we can still reclaim it, bagwethu. Not all is lost. There is an awakening happening. Yebo, there are people that embrace Western ideas of religion, embrace Western ideas of capitalism, A, B, C, D. Godwa, those are just pawns. Some of them are people that are at the whims of being programmed. But those of us that are coming into awakening, even though colonization disrupted our path, we can reawaken. They disrupted it, but they couldn't destroy our memories. They couldn't destroy the memories encoded in our DNA, the memories that are within us. We are the living ancestors. We are the reincarnation of our ancestors. So we must do better through rituals, through language revival, through ancestral work. We need to unite through recognizing the original spirits, Abokoko, which we used to recognize as the archetypes that guide humanity. We must bring that knowledge back. I'm still going to release an episode on ancient African gods to teach you all Tina, the celestials which we followed. I don't want to call them gods, but in lack of a better word, I'll say gods. The celestials we followed. Not uJesu, not Allah, not uJehovah. Obatala, Umvelingani. Powerful beings which are archetypes throughout Africa, but they are one being. Sazojula lapho bakwethu. Although they feel they stole our future and changed our destiny, it's time for us to reclaim it. What do you think, guys? Do you think Umkhulu has lost his mind? Do you think he's becoming a psychotic spiritual revolutionary? Hit up the comment section. Tell us where you think we would be, if you think we'd still be cavemen living in the wild, or how advanced would we be? Would Africa have pyramids everywhere, castles? Would Africa already have flying cars? Or would we have a technology of flying with brooms? Go into the comment section. Give me your vision in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Mkhulu Seyida lo, igedla lamashkrishkri, inyanga yamakhosi. Ngithi ngiyasithoba phambi kwenu, ngisithoba phambi kwamathongo enu namadlozi enu. Ngisithoba phambi kwamvelincane njengenceku. Hosana.